Hello and welcome to the Riftbreaker. Now, if you're new to this game, then welcome for the first time. If otherwise, I have played through the normal campaign before. Instead, we're going to be doing a whole new campaign this time, and this time we're just going to be skipping. We're going to be skipping the huge. We're going to say brutal but green. And the reason for this is because I was looking through the achievements on Steam and saw that there is an achievement for, I think it's for a survival game technically, to just use renewable power in a playthrough. So you can't use gas, you can't use nuclear, you can only use the solar, you can use the wind, and you can use biomass. So my goal here is to go through the campaign on brutal mode. So we're going from normal, skipping hard, to brutal. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. And just get through this game, but without using extreme power. So we're playing brutal with a handicap, which is it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure it's how it's intended, how we're gonna fulfill the power requirements at the end game as well, because you do need 10k worth of power at all times while the Rift is being powered. So maybe just massive storage is going to be the way to go there, but we shall see. Anyway, let's get started. Now there are going to be some points where the game is explaining the mechanics, and I'll probably be silent during those times. But otherwise, I'll try to keep up a commentary of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So I have only just played through the campaign of this game once. That's enough to learn the mechanics. So I've got an idea of how things operate, but I'm not entirely certain. You know, I don't have this memorized, I don't have this down to an art or a science, so there's a substantial amount of risk going straight to brutal. Now, of course, the biggest challenge in normal campaign was actually doing it in the incorrect order. I went straight to the titanium, whereas you meant to finish the desert first. So I won't be making that mistake in this game. We will go in the suggested or correct order, so I get massive creatures all the time that it's just going to break me, I suspect. Alright, here we go.
Rift jump successful. All systems check. Gravitational strength 1.05 G. Atmospheric pressure within safe levels. Magnetic field check. Error. Repeat magnetic field check with stationary equipment. Star system positioning check. Milky Way galaxy. Sycorax belt. Planet Galatea 37. Ashley, we have arrived.
Welcome to Galatea 37, Mr. Riggs. It's so beautiful here. Virtual simulations on Earth were good, but this is amazing. An alien tropical paradise. And we're the first humans to experience it.
I'm not exactly human. You have a few parts missing as well. And the paradise part is also left to be determined. Remember your training, Ashley. We should set up a base as soon as possible.
You could at least pretend to be human. Just a bit. But you're right. There's no going home until we can construct a functioning Rift station. Let's start with the basics.
Ashley, construct a headquarters building to secure our presence here. It will allow me to reconstruct if my armor is destroyed.
We don't have enough carbonium to build an HQ. Let's scout for a deposit and set up our base close to it. We need to move quick. It's probably a matter of time before the natives spot us.
Okay, here we go. So we've started off in a reasonable location. We've got a little bit of mud in the middle, so that'll be helpful for growing biomass at some point. Now, unfortunately, we do have all these enemies here. So, we're starting off for a point where we've got some pretty big dudes, really, to, but that would be why. And now we're out of. So we need to use our blaster, or our sword, just to take this guy down. There we go. And we've got some ironium deposits. We're a little bit light on carbonium is the thing that I feel like we're missing.
Finally, let's place it close to a carbonium deposit. This
We've
will
only
help us
got
speed
this
up
one
resource
here, so I'm not wild about that. But what we might do is start off here.
Headquarters construction is in progress. This is going to be our main base of operations on Galatea 37, our new home.
And just hope there's a little bit more carbonium around.
Whenever I am critically damaged, there is no other backup if this building is destroyed.
That's basic training, Mr. Riggs. Let's focus on the less obvious things.
I am required to remind you of basic protocol, even if we've done this before. We need to expand the base. Let's build a carbonium factory to do the digging for us.
Yes, we've got much more interesting things to do. Let's automate this.
Alright, so carbonium really is going to be the base of our economy, and unfortunately there's not many veins here, and so we're going to set down as many of these as possible. I believe it's 2 of these wind turbines to each carbonium factories. I'm putting them next to the deposits so that there's always going to be power to them, as that's something that I really want to keep up and running as much as possible. I'm just going to put down our final one there. We can just kind of wedge into the between the buildings so we can keep lining up some power.
Ashley, I'm sure that our presence will not go unnoticed. We should build up our base as quickly as possible.
Standard protocol advises to set up walls and sentinel towers around the
Alright,
base.
so that
However,
should...
don't expect as much aggression from the native fauna as in the simulation.
Haha, how wrong you are, scientist lady.
Looks like the long-range quantum scans were very accurate. The local fauna...
Alright, so we're going to need more carbonium to do our iron mines.
Follow the protocol, Ashley.
The environment in the simulation was very accurate. That's true. But the scenario was crafted by Riftbreaker Command. They usually focus on the brute force aspect of these missions.
Do you want to run a brute force check if this is a simulation?
You never give up, do you?
Do you?
Okay, Mr. Stubborn. I guess it won't hurt to set up some solid defenses, just in case.
Thank you, Captain Novak.
You're welcome, Mr. Riggs.
Okay, so we've got the start of our base happening here. Now, just going to quickly drop down some power plants here. That should keep everything running. The next thing I want to do is just get an AI hub going. We will have an attack. Now, the first attack in the normal playthrough, that was pretty low-key. I'm expecting it to be a bit higher in brutal, of course, but I'm also not expecting anything too overwhelming. Could be famous last words here. And what we're going to do is just set these up like so, and essentially when we want to do it so that we have some overlapping fields of fire here as much as possible, and then they can protect each other. And I'm just going to keep on manually mining here. while I do this. Now the other thing I want to do is make sure I can jump around my base pretty quickly as well. That's something that's going to be really important, especially in Brutal. And then we can just drag and drop to get these walls in place. Now we do have a little bit of advantage in our setup here in that we've got a nice little couple of little blockades or choke points. And we're going to do the same here. So how much carbonium do these take? These take 50 each. I'm probably going to want to put down, let's use our remaining 3 down near the Ironium factory. It looks like there's a comet coming in as well.
Okay, these sentinel towers should keep us safe, so we can focus on expanding our base further.
Should being the operative word. Should being the operative word.
I strongly advise you to construct an armory. It will allow us to craft new weapons and upgrades, and also manufacture field repair kits, as well as other usable items.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is get more carbonium. Now, I have just spotted some as well, so what we are going to do is actually sell these guys. Because I only just spotted it just down here. Grab these. And we do have some nasty critters up there, but I think we'll be okay. And we're going to put down these factories. That's going to give us a little bit more power. Now it does want me to construct an armory as well, and that armory will be really useful in terms of just keeping us alive. Just realize that we are going to need more storage too. So let's plonk some down here for the time being. And I thought I sold that. Excellent. Now we're going to build some walls here. Just keep mining again. How long till this attack? We have a few moments, so I'm going to need 6 wind time turbines roughly to power this. We'll need some power storage too. Which will be important because of course events will happen. The wind won't blow and the sun won't shine, so we'll need to be able to be taking care of that. And then we'll also be using some alternative methods of power. I think I'll put down 2 here, because these guys up the top here are going to get really mad with me. Yep, see? So this guy, hey big guy, just going to use charge shots to try and take him down. Don't kick down my wall, sir. Alright, so we're going to repair those as well. Ooh, he packed a punch, which is to be expected with a critter of that caliber. Don't want to be too indecisive here. Do have a base to be building. Get down another one of those, and we're also going to put down a first of many plant biomass plants. And that's a large group coming our way. So we want to say this, but we don't know which direction they're coming from. Not yet. And it's of course the direction that I don't really have defenses for. So that's fun. Now I think I did spot an ironium deposit down here, which is good. And we might just run out to meet them. I don't have... yeah, I've only got normal things. So while I'm just doing some stuff, we always want to keep harvesting. Yeah, it's pretty easy first wave. Oh, there's more. Hi there.
I'm skeptical about the procedures for
Okay.
for colonization. Humanity lost its love for nature after the Yellowstone eruption, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try to preserve this ecosystem.
Earth is barely habitable at this point. We have to secure Galatea 37 for colonization and resource extraction as soon as
big
possible.
greenie.
Excessive care about the local environment is unnecessary.
That's not entirely true. Other rift-breaking missions have already secured a number of resource-rich planets for humanity. We're not on the brink of extinction.
Our goals on this mission are clear, and our survival and security is the top priority. Damage to the ecosystem is inevitable. You wanted to come here yourself, and you knew what has to be done. Are you doubting the mission?
I know what has to be done. That's not the point. Galatea has to be prepared for colonization. I don't doubt that. If I didn't come here myself, then someone else would have. I believe that we can do this in a better way. We have to defend ourselves and secure the necessary resources to set up the Rift Station. But we don't have to destroy all the wildlife we encounter. Humanity doesn't need another stripped-down factory world. If we want to progress as a species, then we should study this planet and learn how to blend with the environment and prepare a safe home for humanity.
Okay, so dialogue later. We are going to start building a fortress world.
It looks like we have the base up and running. If you'd like to construct more advanced buildings, you'll have to upgrade the headquarters building. Unfortunately, this process also emits a lot of high-frequency energy waves.
These creatures are clearly drawn to our energy emissions, so it will be like an alarm bell for them. We should strengthen our defenses before upgrading the HQ.
Armory construction finished. We can now use it to craft new items. It will also automatically manufacture ammunition for my weapons.
Okay, so in case you weren't paying attention, that means that we need to upgrade the HQ to be able to get to our research, which we definitely want to get to as soon as possible. However, as soon as we do, we're going to get a large attack start coming in, and a large attack, well, it's a large attack. So basically we want to make sure that we have some kind of defenses in place before we do that, and the best way to do that is to create a big honking wall, of course. Now, in terms of resources, what we've got so far is a couple of the carbonium deposits, of course. And then we also have a few ironium deposits. We've got some up to towards the northwest here. We've got some towards the southeast. Never eat soggy Weetabix. Yep, that's how I remember that. So yeah, we could have been in a better position, I guess. I would have liked some more carbonium in particular, because carbonium is really the foundation of the economy here, and just not having enough can really trip you up. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, to be honest. I would have hoped for excess carbonium rather than ironium. Iron will be important, of course, but not quite as much as the good old carbon. I'm presuming it's meant to be carbon anyway. I mean, they call it carbonium, but let's be serious here. What else could it possibly be? Now those at this stage, because I can only make tier 1s of them, really don't give us heaps. We've got plus 76 power at the moment. Now we will start putting in some other types of power plants as well, just to secure our methods of power. Of course, solar panels will give you more power. However, they will run out during the night, of course, and stop producing. So we want to make sure that we are continuing to produce batteries to store up that power, so that we're not going to have this event where we run out of power, our weapons can't fire, and we end up in a sticky situation. And one more here. Okay, so we've got basic walls around our settlement at the moment. I'm just going to yoink up a little bit more carbonium. We're going to put down another rift here, so we can now quickly get around to different parts. I do want to put in some gates as well, and that's going to allow us to get out, mix it up with the creatures, go hand to hand if we need to. And I could build, I guess, these platforms to stand over the gates, but at this point I'm not really certain that I want to, I guess I don't want to invest the carbon into doing that just yet, because I think there might be a better way. And I don't want to waste the energy. Now, how are we going for biomass? We don't have a huge amounts. We are using biomass 1 per second at the moment to basically power our biomass power plant. And we just want to do some exploring first. As much as possible, I don't want to use my gun. I do want to go hand to hand at the moment. And that's for the sole reason. Oh, look out, these guys hurt. That when you start firing weapons, of course, you have to produce that ammo. Your armory will do that for you. But if you start producing ammo, then you're using resources. So we really want to keep our resource usage to a bare minimum if possible. And we can, we can literally run rings around these guys. Look at this. Oh.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
Right. Oh. Look guys, I'm just not interested. Now we do have carbonium storage full, and that's a bad sign, so we are going to construct more storage buildings, as Ashley was just suggesting. And the other thing that we're going to do is start upgrading our HQ. Now that is going to call in the enemy. We are going to see, can we build anything at the moment? Let's just check. We can do small machine gun, which we've already got equipped. We can do a shotgun, so let's grab that one. Let's go to here. We can only do sword. Here's all the different dashes we can do, but they all require special stuff. Armor plating, which we don't have, and we don't have the resource for anyway,
We
because
should reinforce our
I
defenses
just
as much
spent
as
it
we
up on
can. Things
upgrades.
are going to get very hot very soon.
Yes. Yes, they will. Alright, so we're in negative power, but our solar planets aren't out just yet. That's going to be okay, I think. And you know what? I think that the next thing we're going to do is just do a double wall. Now, it might be overkill. I'm not sure at this stage.
We are back on the same page about properly securing our base.
Yeah, good for you, robot.
We can't save this world if we let it kill us. Hey, Mr. Grumpy?
Why do you insist on calling me names?
I hope you're not
Because she's a
offended,
bully,
are
dude.
you?
No, that would be inefficient.
Come on, Riggs. Let's not be so serious. I had to give you a better name than what they called you.
Alright, so they're coming from the bottom left.
Exploration Megasuit Mark IV, Griffin variant. What is wrong with that name?
It's inefficient.
Oh. Now, this might not be the most efficient way to play Riftbreaker as well. But what we're going to do now is, we know they're coming from this direction, so we're just going to mine down the path and also explore in that direction. So number 2 basically means that a few thousand. Do you think it is actually a few thousand this time? I'm
We
kind
did
of curious
all
to
the
know.
preparations that we could. Let's
Hi
go
there.
out and meet them.
Alright, so we're out of mines. Let's... Oh, hi there. Wow, we're getting these guys already? I suppose it is brutal mode. And here they come.
Threat neutralized.
This will
Okay.
give us some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the HQ upgrade.
We should start downloading new blueprints so we can construct more advanced
We
buildings.
certainly
and
should.
items. Build a communications hub as soon as possible.
So we need more
Okay, let's
ironium.
remember to build some additional power plants for it. It consumes a lot of energy.
And we're going to need more power plants. Alright. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is expand out to these guys up here rather than just sit here and mine iron manually, because let's face it, we want to make this as automated as possible. And we have cleared out this area a little bit, so from here, just yoink those up here, put down some ironium factories. Now we won't be putting the power lines there.
It looks like the weather is calming down. Wind is getting slower.
Alright, so that's going to give us a whole heap of ironium, and then the next thing we're going to do is put down some more power. So I'm going to just expand out this power section here. And then drop down some more batteries. And just zip up to our carbonium here. Some more of that happening. Now we have 2 turrets that we can place. The other thing that we know that if an attack comes from the top right, they're going to focus on these first before they head to here. So immediately we're going to try and be as efficient as possible. And we're going to sell these. And we're going to start instead putting down our turrets here.
Wind is picking up again.
And then here. And then the final thing we're going to do, just in case these power lines are cut, is just drop some batteries in the middle here. Built that wrong. And what, of course, that means is that even if we lose power here, like that's just happened, a good illustration, is that we're still going to have a little bit of storage there just to keep things running. So things are going to keep on trucking, so to speak, while that happens. Now, we do have plenty of power going on. We have enough ironium, but of course we are low on carbonium because we just spent it all building
Steel storage is
iron
full.
factories.
Build more storage facilities.
And why have we... yeah, and I actually do need to put it down a power sort of thing there. Should fix it up. Yep, there we go. Alright, go back to here. And that should mean that we can put down our first research facility. I think I'm going to build it up around this area. Down the bottom right, I kind of want to keep, if possible, for plants that I'm really going to need later on.
In progress. We can download all the technology blueprints that we need through this building's quantum entanglement template matrix.
It's a pity that we can't upload anything back to Earth. There's so much data to be gathered here. I can't wait to start collecting research specimens.
We will be able to share all of our...
Yeah. I'm just going to go check to see if I don't have the carbon.
research
Just keeping an
data
eye
as soon
on
as the
what
links
we can equip that shotgun actually. So let's put that in place now.
station is operational, and the rift back to Earth
I
has
do
been
like the
opened.
shotgun as a weapon.
Let's focus on that
It's
first.
a very good early game weapon because you can do that. Just makes for a really good burst damage. I was just about to say we don't want to get too close to them because they explode on death, and then I got too close to them and they exploded. Hi there, guys. Excellent. Keep collecting biomass. Now eventually we'll be able to automate the collection of biomass, but for the time being we are just going to have to collect it manually. Now we do have some carbonium deposits up this way as well, so we'll be looking to exploit those in the pursuit of building up our base. And we're going to do it pretty much immediately. So what I want to have here is, now you can drag and drop, and that should make the most efficient means. But I'm probably not going to defend these too often, because it just takes only a little bit of carbonium to make these factories. I mean, if I can, I will.
Of construction finished. We can now use it to download new technologies.
But by and large, our focus is really going to be on just getting as much resource as possible as soon as possible, So if anyone's ever played StarCraft before, it's particularly if you play it in ranked matches and get up to, say, Diamond League, then you know that resource production is really your first thing that you want to try and spam out, because you're keeping a good economy really means that you can keep your units pumping out. If you have your units pumping out, then you will win StarCraft, basically. I mean, it's important to have a good micro and that sort of thing, of course, and to have the right strategies going. Oh, yeah, I should stop talking and start focusing on firing.
Start downloading new technologies as soon as possible. Our loadout for the Rift jump included only some basic blueprints.
What? You? Hey there. Now this big guy resist physical. Ooh.
Base is under attack. An energy connector has been destroyed.
To take down this guy, I really just need to use my blaster here. There we are.
The technology queue is empty.
We need to queue up our first technology, so that's cool. Alright, what do we got here? You have radar, that's useful. Animal biomass power plant, less useful. Repair facility is kind of useful. Ammo storage is definitely. Just got to remember what I really want to run with here. I think we want to add in our hammer as the first thing, so I'm upgrading myself rather than my base. And then the next thing that we probably want to do is let's do repair facility, produce ammo. Don't think we can get Sentinel Towers 2 until we have Cobalt. Chuck in radar. Go with that next. Go with that next. Then go with these, right? So I just want to queue up everything because it's very easy to forget, and then I realize later on, oh hey, I could have been researching all these things. Now spear will do cryo damage, power fist will do electrical, and then the good old flamethrower is a favorite of mine, or at least it was in the last playthrough. I'm not sure how effective or efficient it will be in this playthrough, of course, with different animals, but it'll probably be zerging me at the start. But yeah, so economy is our real big focus at the moment. And we're just going to put in a way to get up here quickly as well. Now we do have full storage, so that's something we want to... of course, I need to remember to start using these quick functions and just start getting our storage facilities up and running. So that, you know, we're not going to be running out of things. And just really build up a base here. Now the other thing that I'm going to do is just flip you over. I realize that now that we can just do that to make it...
The basic base setup is complete. We should start working on our primary objective, constructing an interplanetary rift station. It is going to take a long time to build, so we should start working on it as soon as possible.
That's true. It's a massive building.
She sounds so depressed when she says that.
Pipeline connections for plasma fuel and coolant. It's going to be the central structure in our base, with multiple support buildings, so we should plan a lot of free space around it. Let's start by placing the foundation.
So it wants me to put down the foundation of our our mega base, which is basically what's going to send us home in terms of the campaign back to Earth and let all the humans through to this world. Actually, I'm now debating whether I do want to defend those things. Solely, I want to keep this area free because I want to grow stuff in it. So let's do these expansion up here. How are we going? We've got plenty of stuff. I was going to build armor plating before. Thanks. Drop you in. You're going to yoink up some power. We've got 114 excess. That's alright. Because we've still got all these guys here. Now we do have some spots that I was going to put in for these. And then we're going to yoink up here.
The wind is picking up speed.
She sounds so panicked when she says that, but really it's not a bad thing. Now, because I'm putting a portal here,
wind turbine efficiency is at maximum.
we'll at least have some basic fence towers here. I'm not sure how much they will defend against anything, really. Probably going to be only very light attacks.
A new technology
Which
has been developed.
New blueprints are available.
Really not sure how many of those we'll actually see in this playthrough. We've probably seen the only ones we're going to get. But at least it'll just allow me to drop in without dropping in and getting instantly zerged by everything. Hi there. I don't like you. Oh, I've upset you, have I? Oh. How are we on plant biomass? Ah, now there's another big mud pile up here, so that's gonna definitely be an expansion that we're gonna want to make. Because we're gonna need all the green power we can get, which means plenty of biomass, which means growing things. And to grow things, I need water. So, do these guys just respawn? Take my eye away from you for 1 second. 1 second, and you do this.
The wind is calming down. Wind turbine power output is coming back to normal.
Excellent. Oh, we've woken up this guy. Oh. How much biomass we got? 236. Yeah, it's a little bit. Okay, so foundation of the rift station. I think this area here will be our eventual rift station. I'm not sure if we can move it later on, but
Construction
it'll
of the
do.
Rift Station's foundation is in progress. Congratulations, Ashley. This milestone marks the beginning of the next chapter of our mission on this planet.
Yeah.
You sometimes sound a bit like Colonel Nordstrom. Do you know that?
I received additional instructions on how to motivate you and keep your spirit high during this mission. They were indeed written by Colonel Nordstrom and revised by Admiral von Blofeld. Would you like me to read what I was instructed to tell you?
No.
Oh, please do, Mr. Riggs. This is exactly what I wanted to hear after traveling halfway through the galaxy.
Captain Novak, you were selected for the Rift Jump to Galatea 37 as an exceptional individual. You are amongst the elite of Earth's expeditionary forces. During your services with the Extraterrestrial Science Corps, you have time and again shown courage, bravery, and an unflinching willingness to sacrifice yourself to complete your objectives. You are destined.
Okay, that's a nice speech. It sounds very uplifting. But they didn't read my bio very well.
What do you mean?
The sacrifice part.
Do you mean the Orion mission? You were working without me back then.
Yes, that and a few other things.
Do you want me to read further motivational pieces?
Please no.
That's enough of Colonel Nordstrom.
Oh, thank
Let's
God.
skip the military pathos and stick to your original programming. We've got a planet to explore.
Roger that, Ashley. I am archiving all of the motivational speeches.
Okay, so we are putting down this stuff all over the ground because it will make us run around faster. It's basically a little bit of a quality of life improvement for me. And we can also see that we have already exhausted our first mine over here. So we're just going to sell you, stop it draining our power. And essentially, once that rift station is built, what I will do actually, sorry, chain of thought interrupted, but I just want to make sure that I do have a generous excess of power. Just knowing from experience that that will be important. But once this is built, I am going to basically turn this area into a bit of a fortress. We're going to yoink in as many resources as possible. Even if we just mine them up and store them, that's fine. We did just get the hammer, so let's make that now. And equip it. So that should make those pesky rocky things a lot easier to deal with.
Construction of the Rift Station Foundation has been completed. We need to construct all of the Rift Station components before we can start powering up the portal.
The Rift Station has 3 main components that require a lot of rare resources to be built. The Fusion Field Accelerator requires enriched uranium. The Hyperparticle Condenser requires palladium. And the Quantum Gate Stabilizer, which requires titanium. We haven't found any traces of these elements near our base.
These resources might not be present anywhere near our location. We should construct an orbital scanner to start scouting for interesting locations around the entire planet. It will allow us to establish precise coordinates for long-range rift jumps around the planet.
We don't have the required schematics to build an orbital scanner. We have to download the orbital scanning technology through the communications hub.
Alright, so it basically just wants me to download some schematics at the moment. That will allow me to build a scanner sort of thingy, and that's going to let me go to different areas. So that's, I'm partially interested in it. But I'm also probably more interested in just getting our research up and done, and I think that's actually going to mean that I just put a little bit higher priority on the HQ upgrade. So that's going to be 11 minutes away. The reason why I want to put priority on that is just so that we have the ability to start researching things faster. And that means we have the ability to expand out our base, get it to the point where we're happy with it before we move on to to outposts. So just because it is on brutal, I mean, it's saying I'm going to be constantly attacked. So far, it's been pretty nice on me, I think. I was expecting maybe... Oh, that's right. You,
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Alright, so this looks like a little cul-de-sac. So if we expand down here, then we can block it off pretty easily, I think. And that'll give us some room to breathe. Just put these here. I'm just going to keep the wall in place for the time being. And we'll just go, what, 1 and 2, that's all we can afford for the time being. So we'll drop down some more AI cores. So that'll give us this area, which would be nice. Hi there. Alright, and that'll give us, I guess, this area here.
A large group of creatures heading towards our position.
Oh,
Base is under
something's
attack.
attacking me.
A building has been destroyed.
You're not nice creatures.
A new technology has been developed.
Hey,
Buildings are
we've got
available for
repair
construction.
towers. There's a geothermal vent there, which is one of the reasons I was expanding down here. And we're just going to quickly drop some defense towers down here as well. Alright, so we've now got all this kind of area to build in, which will be useful for something I'm certain. Not certain what yet, but it will be useful. Because we are going to need room to expand. If nothing else, we can build storage facilities from the sounds of things. We will need Cobalt to build our repair stations, so that is going to be a priority at some point in the near future. I think I will actually build up my storage guys here. Just drop down some. Now I'm not going to put down plating because I'm just not certain if I'm going to want to put anything organic down here. Let's just drop down some bombs. I'm not sure where this next attack will come from again. And the final thing I should be putting down, and I've got to remember to do this, is our rift portals. So we can get around quickly. There doesn't seem to be a power penalty for using heaps of them, so they are definitely well worth doing.
Base is under attack.
Yeah, Hammer time! Hi there, guys. Can I interest you in the Hammer of Doom? They were mad with me because they were really ladies. Call them guys. It was rude. Okay, so we've got a rocky sort of thing here as well. So I think we can do a very similar sort of process. Just join that like that. Put our gates here as well.
But it decreases solar panel efficiency until it stops.
And then that's another Ironium mine that we can put down right there in a nice little choke point area as well. So that's fun.
A new technology has been developed. New buildings are available for construction.
Which of course means that we can just go ahead and sell that one at least. The other two can continue to guard. That gives me, yep, a couple of these. Let's put down some more power facilities. Oops.
Deposit depleted.
Depleted another iron deposit here. How did I mess that up? Oh well, that'll do. That'll do for the time being. Yeah, just mess up the bottom too. Just make it symmetrically messed up. It was totally planned. You know, absolutely totally planned. Alright, we want a rift portal here, and then let's grab those Ironium factories down on the deposits. Then we're going to zoip up here and get rid of the next one that we don't need. How are we going? We're...
Iron deposit depleted. Completed.
Alright, we've got repair towers, we've got ammunition handling. Alright, so we've got with ammo handling, that's a good thing. We definitely want to start building ammo factories, so put one here, and one here. Just keep those going. And then we want to go store that ammo in a dump. Make sure we have plenty of them. Excellent. Alright, so good progress being made so far. We do have an excess of power. We're sucking in the Ironium and the Carbonium. Now the other thing that we could do is put down some more storage. These ammo factories are going to help my buildings produce more ammo for me, as well as produce ammo for my base. So the base level ones I don't believe really need ammo, but the more advanced towers are going to need ammo. Oop. Saving always slows things down. Gotta love the hammer. Ah, we got another Carbonium deposit here. That's nice. Hi there, guys. And we got a sludge. Yay! Can't remember what sludge is good for. I think it's more just liquid supplies, actually. I think you can turn sludge directly into gas as well, but because we will be doing a gasless playthrough, that's right, we're going green on this playthrough if you didn't tune in at the start. That means gas is no good for you. We are going to be carbon neutral, people. Alright. Hey! Alright, so we want to yoink out some power to that carbonium. Start sucking it up. Oh, that was a poorly placed one down there. We'll get rid of it. Go. We'll get the very, very basic defenses in place. Not that I expect these defenses really to be worth a damn.
New buildings are available for construction.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
But it will just deter a very, very casual attack. Now, we are starting to yoink up some of our carbonium as well. So, as in, we're using it all up. Because we've got massive storage happening.
Steel storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Research is completed, so we should be able to upgrade our HQ, which will mean another factory here. But then first, before we do that, I think I do want to be able to put down some more resource storage.
Construct more storage buildings.
And I think I'm going to do it around this area because it's a nice big area where we have plenty of room. And that way we're not going to be running out of resources all the time, so because when I'm doing something else it can store up, and that'll be nice and handy for us later on. Now we will drop some power down this way because I think it's also going to be a power plant area. It should be nice and protected in this area, I'm hoping. And we are net negative power at the moment. So let's do another row of these guys. Eventually the plan, I think, is going to be largely to use biomass. Biomass is going to be the mainstay of my power supplies. And I'm going for that because we're going green on this playthrough, but also because it's 100 per base level power plant, biomass power plant. And 100 will be pretty good, and it will be consistent as well, as long as we're utilizing all this mud and all the sludge to produce plants and give us biomass. So that is a plan. We shall see how that works out. Alright, so we're going to upgrade to level 2 here. That's going to trigger an attack, and we're getting attacked from 2 areas.
This will attract a lot of attention.
So our bottom one should be okay. We'll just upgrade the walls so they're okay again, because we currently can't mine cobalt. So upgrade that one as well. And we might just put in a few landmines. Make use of all the tools that we've been given. Alright, so that should take out a few before they hit there. And the other thing it's going to do is go for either this place here, at which point just drop another turret. And we've got one left to spare, so we're going to put it in our little outpost here. And we will strengthen these walls after all. pretty rare that the enemy will wrap around, but it is a possibility. So I just want to make sure I am prepared for that eventuality. Alright, now we do have the ability to put down some more landmines, so we're going to joint them around this area. Just got a suspicion that they... Oh, there's more carbonium down there too. That's nice. Good to see. It's all coming together. How are we going on research? We have cobalt detection. That's good. That's very good, in fact. Do we have anything else we can build here? I really need titanium or special resources for those. Yeah, so we can't build anything further. We're currently researching auxiliary buildings, which is a radar, this guy here. Then we'll be moving on to the Mark II Sentinel Tower. But we can now press space, and that's going to point us in the direction of rare resource deposits, which we can mine out, and it should hopefully be some cobalt.
My sensors are picking up multiple groups of hostile creatures approaching our
Oh, hi there, guys.
Okay, we're ready for them.
Now you can charge up these guns as well, at which point you get a big blast instead. It is more effective, I believe, or more efficient to do so.
Base is under attack.
I want to really just take care of this attack here, so I don't have to rebuild my power plants. Not my power plants, actually. But we're going to go up here, because I think it could use some help. Excellent.
This will buy some time until the next attack. Let's check what's new after the
Let's
HQ
go over
upgrade.
here because they're still actually attacking.
Headquarters building can support more communication hubs. If we want to download new technologies faster, then we should construct as many of them as possible.
Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. We are just a few repairs and we're all good. We do have this, yeah, we'll leave them alone for the time being.
Storage is full. Build more storage
Good
facilities.
here. I'm gonna make another one of these guys. Can I upgrade them?
A new technology
Yes, I
has
can.
been developed.
New buildings are available for construction.
Alright, so new buildings, auxiliary 1, that was radar, I believe. Brilliant, so we're going to plonk down some radar, and that's going to give some insight as to what's around us. And we're going to sell that carbonium mine here. Call them factories, they're really mines. I don't know why they went for the word factory. Excellent. Alright, so we have a little bit more intel on what's going on, where our deposits are, and what's really surrounding us, which is mostly creatures. Who would have thought? Anyway, what we do want to do next is just start hunting for cobalt. There we go. So we found a geothermal vent the last time. That's what we're after. Nice, healthy cobalt. Now we will be able to establish a cobalt outpost at some point.
Weather conditions are changing. Wind speed is increasing.
So mostly carbonium, and we're at cap again.
These strong winds can make our life easier. Wind turbines are spinning like crazy.
And we will have the opportunity to upgrade these later on.
Iron deposit depleted.
More carbonium there. Just depleted an iron deposit as well, so we'll go get rid of that shortly. Hi guys. Oh! Hi there. I think I did just wing him with a few clips, so he's not too happy about it. Hi there. Oh, really? Go. Oh, he had some cobalt.
Some of these creatures' attacks are originating from a common point near our base.
Interesting. We should go and investigate that area.
We also do have a nest nearby now, which will mean that we'll be under constant attack. If we don't go take it out. Ironium. Use this to pick up some biomass. And we're going to go take care of this nest.
The wind is calming down. Wind turbine power output is coming back to normal.
Hi there.
This looks like a nest of some sort. We should clear it out and reduce the strength of hostile attacks.
There is a lot of them inside. This might be difficult.
Well, so far, Brutal is just... I mean, you're starting off with a few harder mobs in your local area. And maybe I'll eat my words later on, but...
And improve our chances of survival.
Every bit helps.
So far, I'm not finding it too much of a challenge. If nothing else, I feel like I'm kind of over-engineering everything. Which I probably am. But hey, if I make Brutal seem like easy mode, then that'll be cool. But basically, as good as you are with your weapons, this game is about building up an economy and a defense structure. So if you don't do that, then you're going to have a hard time. Hence why I've gone fairly aggressively to put out mines this time around, as opposed to on my normal playthrough, which was just a bit more conservative about things. Now, how are we going on that orbital scanner research? So we're getting Sentinel towers, and then we should have, yeah, in the next 11 seconds, and then we've got the next campaign objective progression coming up there. Can I upgrade anything yet? I feel like I'd like to be able to upgrade some things, but I can't. We've got a tiny amount of cobalt as well. Alright, Sentinel Towers level 2, so that means I can upgrade these guys to another level. It does take cobalt to do it though, so they're going to do a bit more damage, a bit higher rate of fire, higher cost to shoot them, but then we are using some rare elements to build them. Rare elements I don't want to part with just yet. I'm going to have better uses for my cobalt. One example is going to be these whatchamacallit, repair towers. That's the word. I couldn't speak for a second there. Then those repair powers are really going to be essential for me not having to run around and repair everything all the time, which is, it's not ideal. And I don't want not ideal things in this particular playthrough. So for example, all these walls here, just as soon as my AI facilities are up and running. Yep, I can plonk down this guy, and he's just going to maintain these walls, keep them repaired for me, and I won't have to do a thing with them. Now I could do that for my outposts here as well, but I don't actually feel like investing too much into these. Not at this early stage, maybe later on, but again, later on you've usually built up your economy to the point where you don't need to. You've built up, kind of really big sort of fabricating carbonium and ironium out of energy, so you don't need to mine it anymore. Or you have outposts where you've plonked down a heap of mines, and it's not really necessary to yoink all these positions on the map and to even defend them. If you do, it's just kind of yeah, that's a nice bonus of extra resources coming in if it's necessary.
Carbonium storage is full. We should construct more storage buildings.
And yeah, that's a result of me having a very strong economy at this point. And I have over-engineered to some extent because I don't have anything to spend it on. But what I will do is maybe go up here and just do some searching about for more cobalt. I think will be the way to go. So I'm holding out space is the default key for this. You can of course change your key bindings like any good game. Yay, more carbonium. Really? Oh, hang on. You're a critter.
Uses advanced technology and requires additional resources in order to be built. We need to gather a large amount of cobalt to construct this building. Ashley, my sensors are picking up an underground cobalt deposit nearby. I've marked its approximate location on your map. We should go there and search for it with the geoscanner.
It's not that close, really. We should craft some better equipment before we try to venture out that far.
Yeah, so this sounds like all the usual tutorial sort of thing, if you're gonna go out exploring, build some better equipment.
The wind is picking
Yada
up.
yada yada.
The storm is coming.
Yes, look, we can use a geoscanner. Is it marked on my map? Oh, it's up here. All right.
The storm is getting really
It is a bit far out, which means that further towards the edge of the map, you get harder enemies. There we are. Oh, more carbonium. Alright, orbital scanner, animal biomass, mech armor. I think it's upgrading me there, isn't it? Water filtering. Geothermal. Artillery, flamer. Ooh, flamers. Gotta love the flamer. Now, I think what I really want to do is actually progress the story so I can get this one here. So we will wander around. Oh! Sneaky. See what we can find. Uranium. Not what I'm after.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
Oh, they spotted me. Gonna do a charged attack here. Oh. Hey, it's a party. So we're gonna lay down some mines.
The weather has calmed down. The storm is over. A new technology has been developed. New blueprints are available for crafting.
Okay. So they drop a little bit of cobalt, which is nice. But not heaps. Hi guys, will you be my friend? Nope, nope, you won't be my friend. Ow.
A new technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
Carbonium storage is full. Build more storage facilities.
Yeah. I will upgrade the storage facilities. I don't want to build more. Hi guys. Just don't mind me while I build some mines for you to tread on. You're stuck in a mushroom or something.
Technology has been developed.
New blueprints are available for crafting.
New blueprints for crafting. Alright, let's see what we got here. I saw reactive armor, so we're going to grab that. We have radar pulse, which is useful. We've got dodge roll. Already got the speed up. I think I'm just going to stay with that. Get reactive armor there. Drop in my grenades and drop in the radar pulse. Now, was there any other weapons? No, let's do with those. Hi guys. Hey, Cobalt.
Ashley, now that you've got practice with using the geoscanner, you can use it to search for hidden resource deposits, geothermal vents, or any other underground anomalies.
Oh.
It looks like it's going to be very useful. We could at least scan the area around our base with it. Who knows what's hiding under our feet?
It is also capable of finding hidden underground alien life forms.
Blueprints are available. Then we should definitely check the area around our base with it.
We now have enough cobalt to construct the orbital scanner. Also, be mindful of this building's energy consumption. We should probably build some additional power plants.
Yeah, we got plenty of power.
Energy storage capacity.
We are over-engineered here. Now, last time I didn't actually get a cobalt vein. I had to scrounge it up by myself. So this is nice. Just gonna see how much we've got. Oh, he's waking up. Sir,
A new technology has been developed.
oh, you're going back to sleep.
Blueprints are available for crafting.
Okay, it's all good. Nobody panic. Giant's gone back to sleep. So we'll just yoink up to maybe 1,000 or so cobalt, just to get us started. That means we can upgrade some towers too, which could be useful. And it looks like we've got liquid weapons coming in 40 seconds, which means flamethrower. Which is something I always like. We're close enough to 1,000. Let's get a move on. I think I might put it here, so we'll go with our main
Orbital scanner
buildings,
construction
drop
is
him
in progress.
in here.
But before we start jumping off to different parts of the planet, we should build the necessary local research facilities.
Indeed. Alright, so I'm just going to take a quick pause and I'll be back in a second. Sorry about that. Call of nature, we're back. Alright, so I really need to get stream has gone off to the loo sort of thing. Anyway, we want to get this alien
The
research center.
communications hub can only help us with downloading already developed technologies back from Earth. Still, one of the main reasons why we came here is to conduct research and to learn about the environment that we encounter here.
We can research new technologies based on samples of alien life forms or any new substances that we encounter if we construct the Alien Research Laboratory building. The Alien Research Laboratory is a complex structure and requires multiple schematics in order to be built. Download the necessary technologies using the communications hub. Research completed.
Alright, so we need liquid resources is the first one, which is good because we're going to need to expand things, and then we want to get the alien laboratory after that. So we might actually just prioritize that above explosive weapons, because once we've got that, I think we'll call it for the end of the first episode. We're coming up on an hour and a half, and I'm just kind of mindful that this will go out to YouTube as well, and they're kind of big episodes otherwise to be able to consume. Those long ones, you can't really watch them in bite-sized pieces.
Warning! A large group of creatures is gathering near our base. Prepare for an incoming attack.
Alright, so we've got more incoming. Of course, we can upgrade some of our towers. Now, I'm probably just going to do every second tower or so. The other thing I can do is maybe sell these guys and just redeploy them so they're a little bit closer. We'll go up to the top left here too as well. And I think we'll put another one in here. We will put a defense tower, a repair tower I should say. Yeah, we've already got defense towers. And just upgrade some of these. And hopefully that should be enough. We can defend against that incoming attack, of course. And I think we saw, yes, the flamethrower is here.
Crafting completed.
And I think I also did see the Power Fist and Spear. Now, Power Fist, of course, is going to do electrical damage, and it's higher DPS. However, the Spear does kind of give you the ability to stand off and kind of hit them from afar. I think for the time being, we're going to go with this Power Fist to round out our arsenal. But later on, it will become a little bit more important to use the Spear, particularly for its cryo damage. And then in terms of my equipment here, I'm going to replace that blaster with the flamethrower. I mean, who doesn't? Who doesn't like a flamethrower, honestly? Apart from people on the receiving end, of course. Alrighty, let's also go to our map. Now, in terms of expansion plans, I am going to want as much mud as possible. So there's a big lake down here that's kind of looking really attractive to as a bit of a project to envelop that. We do have a little kind of smaller lakes around the place as well though, so I'm thinking that could be, I guess, more bite-sized opportunities. And we want to add you in. You can double click that to add it to the research queue. We've got level 2 carbonium factories. We've got the gas power plant, which we can't use. We've got biocomposter, which we don't want to use as well. And the filtering plant, so this is going to be useless technology to us. Yeah, so even that entire tree is just not going to be something that we're going to want or need. The next level of communication hubs are always useful. We will want to put in artillery towers and rocket towers, and we will want to put in flamer towers as well. So we'll add those, and geothermal, which will give us both power as well as more water, which we can of course convert into power. So it's going to be a double whammy here. Energy sensors, that's going to do higher mod drop rate, that's useful. Repair tools, regen speed, yeah. Maintenance tools, building cost, and building speed. We'll just kill them up for the time being.
Carbonium deposit depleted.
Where was that? The top right here. I think that's all the carbonium in that particular. Oh no, there's still going strong with one of them. We will. I spoke too soon there. We'll sell those off.
Danger! An aggressive horde has entered the area.
Oh no, an aggressive horde. What? I want an exit here as well. They come. See them just kind of sitting here. Just lob a grenade at them. Hey guys.
Base is under attack.
Nothing too hard so far. Let's just go up
We should
north
construct more storage buildings.
and check these guys out. Yeah, hi guys. Yeah, so far, nothing really challenging. I mean, I know this is going to change. I know it's going to change later on, so I don't want to sound too critical because things do definitely have the potential to get hectic in this game, and I know that later on it's actually going to be slowing down my computer in terms of its ability to process the sheer enormity of these attacks. So I guess I should take the win while I can. It's just, I guess at the moment, you know, on a brutal mode, I would have expected even just larger amounts of those lobies coming in, just to make it, you know, a challenging start would be good. Just as some criticisms for the game designers. You know, can we?
Traces of uranium, palladium, and titanium. This process may take some time.
Ooh. So this is really draining our power, of course, and they did warn me about this, to be fair.
It's an earthquake. It's going to seriously damage all buildings near its
That's
epicenter.
annoying. I might just bring one of those. Another one here. Alright, that'll take care of the earthquake. Are we net positive power? Yeah, we're net negative still. I should say, yeah, we are not net positive. So let's amend that. Start getting the next level of power here. Basically, I'm not seeing any of this as, you know, excess or anything, because eventually I'm going to want it. An array of those, and it gets us back to net positive power, so hang on, back to our local grid. Here we go. So we're plus 487 again now, which is good. All our mines are just kind of working away. As far as expansion plans for the mines, I mean, we've got a heap of iron happening.
Technology has been developed. Okay,
Probably
got
gonna
all the necessary technologies downloaded.
loop out
This
this
building
way
requires a
first,
supply of
which
clean
means
water
these
to
two.
operate. It would be best to place it close to a pool of mud or sludge that we can filter.
That's right, I forgot about that. Alright, so here's our mud pool here. We're going to drop this one down. And we're going to put down our filter. It's going to filter it into clean water for us. And then our laboratory is just going to sit here.
Research laboratory construction in progress.
Fantastic. I can't wait for it to be built. This building is going to open up a whole new range of possibilities for us. If I had a base like that on Orion, I wouldn't have lost my arm back then.
Sorry, we're going to have to sell it.
I got careless while searching for Anorix crystals. I found a fascinating growth anomaly that was transforming all of its surroundings. I've never seen anything like that, so I had to take a sample. I was shielded inside a recon suit, but when I grabbed the crystal with my hand, it just went through it. My entire arm was infected.
Not gonna fit.
Why didn't you use a bioscanner to take the sample?
They only work in conjunction with a lab like this. I didn't have a base on Orion or a mech suit to build one.
I am sorry to hear that, Ashley, and I am glad that we got paired together.
God, he doesn't really sound sorry though. I am sorry to hear that, Ashley.
Okay, let's not get too emotional about that. If you look at it from a different perspective, I got an enhanced biomechanical arm replacement, and I still got the sample.
Okay, so that's going to start producing water, which is going to go into our lab. In fact, it's going to produce too much water. It's going to produce 50 a second. It's going to produce 100 mud a second here, so it's a 1-to-1 correlation. Now we do have new blueprints, that's good. We can build more things. And that's the one that we're after. Our harvesting station, because that's going to make us power. So I think that's maybe a natural place to break on the first part of our Let's Play Brutal campaign and Brutal Green, because we are playing green. We are not going to be using any of the dirty power plants whatsoever. We'll break here. Next episode we'll start expanding out and capture these mud elements and start building out our biomass plants, and those are going to be very important for our power production. And once we have that in place, we can probably move out to the desert from there. All the while, of course, we will be building out our research, continuing along those lines as far as we can without really the need for extra, I guess, material types in terms of the uranium, palladium, and what's the final one? Titanium. There we are. So we're probably at somewhere in there we're going to have to go farming for cobalt and make our cobalt base as well. But again, because we need those extra special... Oh, we can do bioscanning now. That's good. Unfortunately, this means as well, though, with the bioscanner, you scan your plants or your critters, and that'll give you the ability to, well, one, farm them, but also two, increase efficiency while farming them. But the downside of course, is that you have to run around and scan a lot of things. And that can kind of be tedious and really tedious viewing. So I guess I'll give you plenty of heads up when I'm going to do that one, and just say, hey guys, this is going to be a boring one because I need to go research my plants and make them efficient. But basically it's doing this, running around and pointing the scanner at plants. Here we got artillery towers. Artillery towers are awesome. They're probably one of the better turrets in the game, because it does allow you to reach out and shoot into the radar areas, as well as take down those critters that your normal turrets can't reach. So they're really important with some of the enemies that you get on later in the game, but we should see them earlier, of course, on the brutal mode. And we have already seen some of the acid lobbing creatures with the big bulbous butts, basically.
Iron deposit depleted.
So I think, yeah, we will.
Alien research laboratory construction finished.
We will cut it off.
Clean water to keep it operational.
Yeah.
You can produce clean water by placing
I'm talking here. I'm talking here, guys.
Delivering it to a water filtering plant for processing.
Okay.
Connect the output from the water filtering plant to the alien research laboratory using pipes.
I know already.
Finally, the alien research lab is operational. We can start gathering research samples and scanning the local flora and fauna. We can use the bioscanner to begin collecting samples without...
Research completed.
Holy crap, that's using a lot of power. Can we maybe put that up as a top of our list? Then, yeah, the next level of power is going to be on our list here.
The safest and most efficient way to advance our research. This is so exciting. We can finally start working on the thing that we came here to do.
Ashley, don't forget that our primary objective is to establish a two-way portal back to Earth to enable human colonization of Galatea 37.
That's true, but we also have to study this planet to ensure that it is safe for colonization, and to minimize the damage done to the local ecosystem by future colonists.
Minimizing damage to the local ecosystem is listed at the end of the official list of priorities of this mission.
I'm the only human on this planet. I can set my own list of priorities.
This fog is very dense. It's affecting the efficiency of our solar panels and wind turbines. Based on my calculations, it shouldn't last for long.
Oh, okay, so that's why we've got a fog and it's nighttime, so that's smashing our power. Okay.
For possible rift jump locations. The process will soon be completed.
Just waiting for these guys to finish talking, really, so I can finish up the episode. Alright, that's it. Okay, so we are going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to expand out, start building up our plant production facility so we can put down a heap of biomass power plants. That's going to be the mainstay of our power. I've hoped that you've enjoyed tonight's episode, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks for watching. My name is Pooks. Drop me a like, subscribe, or a follow. See you in the next one.